Our Sisters of Notre de Namur build communities wherever they are. In earthquake and hurricane-devastated Haiti, Sister Sissy Corps works to help the struggling community of Lakai. Jobs and food are scarce, clean water is limited, and electricity is unreliable. But people are resourceful and eager to work long hours, starting early and working weekends. Guided by faith and Sister Sissy, Notre Dame Bakery opened in February 2018. Neighborhood sales have been brisk.
Haiti is one of, if not the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. The need is so great. I thought when I went there I'd be doing schools, but we're doing another kind of teaching, how to start a business, how to run a business, and how to do it together as a team. It's always the community that makes these things work. People are working very hard. This is about helping people with jobs, helping them strengthen their families, helping their kids go to school. That's what the whole thing is. 38 people working for this bakery in 1 year.
Before, many people here didn't have a job, but since Sissy came over, she's created jobs for many people in Lakai that's helping him with their families. Like she's created jobs for me, she's created jobs for other workers, and she will create more jobs in the future.
I think something really important about Sister Sissy is that she has a God-given ability and a God-given gift to see people for their potential, and really identify their talents and encourage them to develop them and try to go outside of their comfort zone and try to gain more skills.
Housing is a serious problem. It's just so little that they have. You don't know when you're going to have electricity in Haiti. It's unpredictable. And you could never run a business on that. And that's why businesses don't come to Haiti. Who owns the land? And what about electricity? And what about water? These are real deterrent factors in terms of businesses coming. We have an extra well for people to use for water. We did 2 wells, one for the bakery and one for the community. With the faith of the people, our tradition, St. Julie, we're going to do this, and we're going to try and do it, everything we try to do in Notre Dame, do it well, so it can be duplicated. Nothing is impossible with God, nothing. St. Julie, she's walking with me every day, and really I would not be in Haiti unless I was in the Sisters of Notre Dame. And everything about the Sisters of Notre Dame, one of the most fundamental, deep things about our life is attending to God, praying, taking time for prayer, and listening. And then we're invited to do this bakery by the people of God.
She's using her sister power many times to find more opportunity for people at the bakery. That's really a good gift from God, and she has a great talent. We would just want to have her for another 20 years to help us.
You just go there, and the poverty is so great, and it just rends your heart. And you say, oh my goodness, how can we do this? But it's the people, then their resilience and their resourcefulness gets inside you.
In Apopka, Florida, Sister Ann Kendrick established roots almost 50 years ago in 1971. Her work started slowly, first with farm workers and then the Black community. More recently, with those who need a place to call home. With a loving heart and an abundance of spiritual energy, Sister Ann responds to the needs of the community.
We're a service learning community dedicated to the empowerment of working poor and immigrant families through education, advocacy, and spiritual growth. With their kids, we do elementary school tutoring, we do high school tutoring, we do youth groups, adult literacy, English classes, in parenting classes, in citizenship classes, helping people become naturalized citizens. There's thousands of people who've had their green card for a very long time. I think the fruit of living close to the community and actually being engaged in the community and feeling that the community really are the trendsetters, are the goal setters. What is the community interested in? Where is the community suffering? Certain, light bulbs go off and you think, oh God, this is what we should be doing. This is what these kids need. And this is what the families are asking for. I think that's the heart of who we are in a black and brown community of people who are low income. When people come here, we see them for their goodness, not the way much of our world sees them. When I think about it, one of the key secrets to our success and longevity here has been the eye that we have toward being part of the community. We were the only white people living in the black community. And then we started making friends with a guy on the back street who was very curious about who we were, and he started inviting us to meetings, and we had a chance. At this meeting, there was a need, if people from Apopka couldn't go forward, in a proposal to get a clinic, a health center for poor people in Apopka. The conversation then started turning around to say, oh, the sisters could do it, the sisters could do it. And one of us said, listen, we are 4 white sisters that have, we're relatively new in town. We can't do that. We don't know how to do that. We're just new here, and we don't know anything about making a clinic and how you make a clinic. And Henry Louis Kellum, God bless him, he lived on the back street, and he came over and he shook one of our hands and he said, 4 white sisters and 1 black brother. Wow. That changed everything. That day we knew that we were accepted. So we started a clinic with 2 trailers, parked under a tree with 3 employees, a doctor, a nurse, and a secretary, and that has grown to be community health centers with 500 employees and 12 or 13 now freestanding clinics in Central Florida. One of the projects we started, which you might think is quite far afield from our core mission, was a credit union. People were needing financial institutions that weren't predatory lenders. They kept their money in their sock, under the mattress, in a shoe, and in the beginning we had no money. And we didn't have a space, and we didn't have money for employees. We all carried a bag with receipts, and we took deposits in the store, in the car, in the parking lot, at church, other places. We just recently merged with Self-Help Credit Union, which had a lot of capital. And so that capital has enabled us to actually build a freestanding branch office, which actually looks like a financial institution. So we're very excited about that. Our own little credit union grew to $15 million, and we've had it for over 30 years. We put millions of dollars in the hands of poor people to fix their car, to buy a car, to travel to their home country to see their dying mother. I love working in this community because I'm my best self. They draw all this good stuff out of me. Because of their goodness and their humility and their warmth and generosity, hospitality. They're living the gospel in ways that they have no idea. I just feel so blessed to be able to do this work, in the name of the Sisters of Notre Dame and the Hope Community Center, which is the organization we founded.
In Cincinnati, there's another deep-rooted community, a community of people of all ages looking for a fresh start to learn life skills and job skills and how to earn a living. People nurtured and loved by Sister Judy Tenzing for over 40 years. People finding jobs and skills they enjoy and do well. What does this community look like? Sister Judy shows us.
At first, we had a food pantry, and we thought people would forever be going to the food pantry. So then we started to look for jobs, and one job that we could do was do food. We had women and some men that were very clever in making food. So they asked us to do catering. A restaurant came open, and we took this restaurant at 13th and Vine, which we named Venice on Vine. And there we have 3 classrooms. Classroom of the catering, the restaurant, and the food truck. And in those 3 classrooms, it's a job training program. And we created it so that people could have a way to earn money and that they would learn the culture of working. So they would learn to come to work on time, to come dressed, to know how to interact with their supervisors, their fellow workers, and to be proud of the work that they do.
They have been sheltered or just haven't really had the experiences that some of us have had. So to see them learn how to sweep, to see them learn how to wipe off glass or just any of those things, and they are proud of themselves.
Many of the people that we have working with us have big barriers to their employment. Many of them are coming from jail, coming from a poor education background, from being in AA programs and NA programs, or have just not have had the opportunity to do work and to see the joy of working that gives them meaningful employment, income, and stability in their lives so that they can have money in their pockets, be able to pay their own bills. And then they see that they can use that as a stepping stone to move themselves along.
One of the things Sister Judy says, the plow moves forward. So that's something that I live by. And you can't go backwards, you can't change the past. So we just make sure that the plow moves forward and we learn from whatever experiences we have had.
Sister Judy taught me to never give up and behind everything, you just gotta have faith and just keep striving to be better than yourself.
I believe people should know that Sister Judy is for the people. Sister Judy is for the community.
Venice on Vine and Sister Judy actually helped out majority of my coworkers from actually being in a life and death situation. This particular program actually saved a lot of their lives and gave them a second chance in becoming something that they never thought that they possibly could be.